Hello, uglies. Hello, uglies. Hello, uglies.
Ooh, welcome to I Am H.O.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P stands for poltergeists and pustules and everything spooky. It's spooky season! And it's the premiere
It's about to end.
of Dragula.
The end of spooky season is the beginning of a scary journey
Spooky season
into
crept
Dragula. Everything's crept up. Time goes by fast in LA because the weather's so nice.
Yeah.
You heard that? No.
Speaking of spooky, so we're going to start the review a little bit later. Go to the timestamps if you don't want to hear us talk.
I love that I put those fucking timestamps in, and we always get comments of people being like, it took you too long to start. I'm like, I put the timestamps in for you,
Yeah,
dumb
you
fuck.
pea brain.
We're not yelling at you. We're yelling at Dan.
I'm yelling at idiots. And
Yeah.
Dan. No, Dan is in love with me. I think that's what that was all about.
I love him. I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. I'm going to bring him up all the time. Love it.
I think Dan is obsessed with me, and I think he's just kind of scared of that. The feelings are so strong.
I would also feel really, like, upset if I was attracted to you. Like, I would say really mean things to lash out, to get that feeling out.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
okay,
but it's
we
spooky
just started.
season.
We just started this. Well, besides Dragula, we started another spooky show, Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix. The
Yeah.
first 4 episodes are out. I've watched all 4. Did you watch?
Yes, I watched the first 2 or 3.
I loved episode 1.
I loved episode 2.
1 had me more than 2, but I liked 2 as well.
2 had me more than 1.
4, you're gonna love 4. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
spoil
God.
it,
Let's
but
not
you're gonna
even
love 4.
Let's not even bring up 3. I like it because it's very much Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Like, it's
Yeah.
very much this very famous director writer comes out and introduces everything, and I think that's really cute. And I love the opening I just love it all. I
love the opening credits. I love the actual cabinet and how it's got so many like drawers and doors and pockets
and
and,
it's also
sprockets.
just like, you know, I've been watching a lot of, obviously, Murder, She Wrote, but I've just started watching Quantum Leap, the old one, not the new one. Although I do want to watch the new one. I love them because Murder, She Wrote and Quantum Leap, everything's contained in a single episode. So by the end, there's a resolution. You're not going to get, you know, well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but a show on Netflix by Ryan Murphy. You're going to get a conclusion. And I really like that, but it's also a really short amount of time to tell a really scary story and have there be a resolution. So sometimes it does feel like, oh, that's it? You know?
Yeah, I like the journey though.
Yeah, so watch Guillermo del Toro's. Guillermo.
I literally had so much trouble remembering how to say it last night. I was going to do a TikTok about it, and then I just couldn't say it right, so I stopped it.
That's probably for the best.
Guillermo.
You know who I love is Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows. Do y'all watch What We Do in the Shadows? So funny.
Speaking of,
Guillermo,
they were
so cute.
They were a judge. They've been a past judge on Dragula. Harvey,
that's it. I love them, and I love their character. I'm sure in real life they're bomb as fuck.
Into What We Do.
It's so funny.
I am doing Interview, and it's so good,
That
and I
sounds
think you
really
will
gay.
like it.
It sounds really gay.
It's so gay, but it's also so pretty and good. Speaking of gay, pretty and good, and gross, let's talk about Dragula Titans. Dragula Titans. We have a lot to get into because this is a jam-packed episode.
full of jam.
And packing.
Well, someone did have to pack their bags to go home.
Ooh, but that's
someone
what we
did
call...
have to pack their bags and go home.
But did they? Because there's all kinds of twists and turns in this series.
Oh yeah, I guess it's more. Someone did fall in a hole.
That's a spoiler. Let's talk about the little I forgot. I miss Dragula. I love the little skits.
Oh, I love the movie. Now, okay, can we say this up front? Can we say this? Can we acknowledge? I love Dragula.
Yeah.
I love Dragula.
It's fun.
I love the ballets. I love the cast. I love it all. However, I am going to call a little shenanigans because I saw on the internet, and it may have just been the way I read it, because, you know, I grew up in Tennessee, so we learned words kind of different. I thought it said 2-episode premiere, which is 2 episodes. And in fact, what it ended up being was the length of 2 episodes, but 1 episode. So what they did is they took a single episode, and then they stretched it out. Why not just do 2 episodes then? I don't know. Was I the only one who read it wrong?
You did mention to me 2 episodes, and I got a little confused because it was just one on where I watched it.
But it was the size of 2 episodes.
But it was the size of 2 episodes.
So they made all the conversations happen for long.
I didn't get... Well, they do that anyway. So I feel like they're just kind of sticking to their...
Guns. Those are scary.
No.
Oh.
They're sticking to their laurels. Their bloody laurels.
Laurel Canyon. It's close by.
Yeah.
It's over there.
I love the idea of the gateway to hell. I love the Boulets, Drac and Mord, looking so gorgeous. Now they just look perfect all the time. Like, there's not been a bad look in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Coco Kane. How obsessed are we with Coco Kane?
I was so excited to see her, and I love that she started off the whole thing. Seeing giant titties come out of a coffin, that got me excited to watch this episode.
Yeah. I always liked her. I fell in love with her at the
reunion. I know.
Of her season. She's from season 4, I believe. Straight to season 1, Melissa B. Fierce.
Loved.
I love her. I'm excited. She's kind of a force to be.
Did you ever watch
a fierce to be reckoned with?
Season 1?
Of course I did. You were the one
that
you did not, because it was before your time a little bit.
Yeah, because I was still a Christian. I love her talking heads. I love her talking face. I love it all. She looked great.
Her lips and teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a destruction.
Obsessed. I thought she looked so cute.
And showcasing that gorgeous body.
The accuracy of the black liner. The crispness of it.
Oh, her makeup is up there.
It's
the best.
Intoxicating.
She should have her own spooky makeup line.
Yeah, she really should. I loved it all.
I love
In
her.
and out of drag. I'm just obsessed with her.
Yeah. Erica Clash, season 2, one of my favorites. She's so cute. They mentioned that she was in the same wig as... Well, I did not notice at all.
Oh,
she was like referencing her like ceremonially referencing her original.
Yeah, she said that it was a reference to Wear It Again. But then once they had said that, I did see all the like this, like all the kitchen that hadn't been combed out. I was like, oh yeah, that is a really old wig. I think that's I get it, but I also think that's an odd choice.
I loved that during the Fright Feet though, she took all the clips off. Did you notice that?
She's not going to ruin her clips.
She can't ruin the clips. I love it. Yovska from season 3. We didn't get enough time with Yovska.
I loved this look. I thought it was so fucking cute.
All Real Monsters vibes.
Yeah, and we got to see way more of her face than we normally do. I really enjoyed it. Now
she said, now that everyone else is masking up, I think I'll mask off.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't do what everyone does, okay? She's her own monster.
Drag. That's drag.
Okay.
That's drag.
Do I agree with Kendra that when she took it down, it kind of looked like a toilet? Yeah, that's hilarious. That's so funny. But when it was on, it looked like a cute little... What are the kids buying these days? Squishmallows?
Squishmallows.
What are
Squishies? I don't know.
Did you see that TikTok? This person... Wait, I can't remember. But it's somebody like harassing basically this woman through their car window. And they're like howling at her or something. And she goes, oh my God. Are you a fuzzy? Get it?
Instead of a furry?
It's fine. You'll see it. But
I have been playing this new game where when you send me a TikTok, I'll just go on my own TikTok and wait for it to come up.
Yeah, it does happen.
We're synced up. Astrid Aurelia from season 4. Astrid Aurelia.
What was that?
Now I can hear myself repeating their names.
I like it when you do that.
I mean, you cut it out. I don't want to create extra work for you.
I do cut it out, but it's fun. It's fun. Okay. It's like silencing you.
I'm happy to see Astrid back because we didn't get enough of her though. It was a shock that she went home.
Yeah, I like her look.
Oh, I love her makeup.
Yeah, she has great makeup. I was also in the same all aboard.
Boat.
Train's right. I was also in the same train with you, and I flipped the switch. Instead of running over 8 people, I decided to run over
Astrid?
Yeah. I was so excited for her to come back for the same reason, because her drag is so good, and I wanted to see more. But after seeing her this episode, an hour and a half of Astrid, she was a lot. Personally. For me. Spooky me. Oh. She was a lot.
I didn't necessarily think that.
No, and not everyone will. And that's what's so beautiful, is because some people's personalities are going to mesh with others. And I just don't think my personality meshes with the TV personality of Astrid.
That's fine.
Let's see more.
But
let's see more.
I didn't think anything either way. It takes a special kind of
Monster.
to be a drag
monster.
person and then to
Yeah.
also be a monster
That's
and go on
true.
TV. Like, it takes a special type of
And
personality.
she's clearly very successful at what she does because she's
Oh, I mean, the
so
skill is there.
good. So you're right. It does take a special personality, and I'm a monster.
You're
But,
a
like,
different kind. But you're
I'm
a different
kind of monster. I'm mean. I'm the mean girl.
We should write a song. I'm a different kind of monster.
I'm a mean girl. You're ugly.
That's a very Jane Krakowski. What's her name in 30 Rock?
Jenna Maroney.
Yeah. House of Teratoma. Love them. They're back. Straight off the tour. What do you think about that?
That's a lot.
I'm not
a
mad at
lot.
her. I'm not mad she's there. I do wonder, like,
I
are
do
you
want her
okay,
to take a
babes?
rest.
Because
Yeah.
you just got off a world tour in a pandemic, and now you're coming straight here.
I think Hoso is.
Incredible.
This is a big talk. This is a big statement, and I'm ready to back it up because.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me.
Because when I post this episode and you make comments about it, I won't read them. So that's me backing up my statement. I just won't engage in the fallout. But I think she's one of the, for me, part of me, spooky me, I think she's one of the biggest Dragula names. I think she's changing the game. And them saying like, oh my God, you came off of tour. I'm like, yeah. And then she came back to do this because I think she realizes she's always going to be busy. When you're Hoso, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I hope that some of the challenges include taking a nap. I would like her to rest.
Season 2's Abhora and the first ever Drag Queen of the Year competition award competition pageant winner
Came
Abhora
in her own pageant take.
wearing her finale gown from the pageant. I think
She was wearing this.
I think she was wearing that,
That's
and
so
she was
funny.
wearing. Abhora is a little creep.
Yeah.
And a lot of drama.
Yeah.
From the jump.
I'm going to be
And I
honest
love
with
it.
you. Had a great time. Had a wonderful time. She was the only person who put on a character for TV. She had these larger than life reactions, you know, when like they'd make an announcement or something, she'd go, ooh, ooh, you know, which she
Yeah.
was clearly doing for the cameras, and I appreciated it.
I kind of wonder if she's just that way.
Oh, no, she's definitely a fucking weirdo. That's why she's so good at what
Yeah.
she does. But she was so good on this episode that, spoiler, what happens later was a little surprising.
Well, but that's why we'll get to that.
You will get to it!
Oh, and this is where they're all waiting, and they're like, "We need somebody really basic to go home first." And then they announce Kendra Onyx,
yeah, that
which
was
is shady, but I laughed. Kendra
Yeah, it was
Onyx,
funny.
looking so gorgeous. Yeah, cute, little slutty night devil.
I loved her in Resurrection, and I loved getting to know her better there. And I'll watch, she's got a YouTube review show. Like, she's actually doing Dragula reviews from
Does
the
she
inside.
talk before the
From
review start, or does she
inside.
just get right into the review?
She gets right into the review because she doesn't have time, okay? She's on TV.
Maybe all of those commenters are right, and we're in the wrong.
No, because I want people to know about my sex life and how unfulfilling it is for Curtis. I'm fine. This look was not very elevated. Your entrance to like the all-stars, the titans of Dragula.
Well, that was cute. But you're right. It shouldn't be cute. It should be like, whoa. Victoria Elizabeth Black from season 2,
Oof.
who I didn't realize, and I don't think she did either, Kendra's arch nemesis.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah, I wonder if that was played up for the drama or whatever, but that's definitely
Listen,
a leading
They had an
plot
hour and a half
device.
to fill, and so they were going to explore every little bit of drama they absolutely could. And they did. I mean, Victoria looks incredible.
Yeah.
I really have to get some titties from her. I'm putting it on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Before I bite the bucket, I'm going to buy some titties.
Then, after they all walk in to the boudoir, formerly known as the long table room.
Which looks great, by the way.
Beautiful.
Beautiful gorge.
They all go down the line and say who they think sucks the most and who's going to
Yeah.
go home first.
Tough.
Fun. You kind of always want that to be the case because these monsters do know each other.
Right.
They are familiar with everyone, or they're not.
The thing with this show is you never quite know. You can feel like, well, based on this, I mean, it doesn't matter until you get to the challenge. Who knows how this fucking thing's gonna go. But I did like that when they were going through that conversation, clearly Abora's like chaotic energy had already kind of started to suck the energy out of the room because
I love
someone was like, you. And I was like, who would pick Abora to go home first? Like, come on. But it was very good foreskin shadowing, I have to admit. For me.
Ooh!
Pardon me, spooky me, as they say.
They are called to the main performance area where the boulets
The
come
main
on screen
stage.
and explain they're about to
Brother lovers.
partake in the fright feat,
Yeah.
which is bobbing for bloody apples.
Yeah, so this season, instead of having extermination challenges, they have fright feats, which everyone has to participate in order to participate in the actual challenge.
And if you lose or if you don't participate in the fright feat, the person that went before you could come back, which is why I'm not giving up hope for whoever gets taken.
Oh, right.
exterminated
Whoever
later.
gets dropped down a hole.
So-
Right. So they have to immediately move back into the long table room so that they can, in fact, fright feet. Fright feet?
Fright feat.
Fright.
A fright feat.
Wiki feet.
They got a bob for bloody apples. Well, Erica had a pig's head in there.
Yeah, it's all
They
these
were
just like
puking.
animal parts
Yeah.
inside that.
Now, Astrid won by bingo rules, which let me explain this to you as a former bingo hall mistress.
Okay.
Whoever's first and loudest, that's who wins.
Right.
But they're not playing bingo, they're playing bobbins. So once they reviewed the footage, it turns out, in fact, Melissa B. Fierce
Won.
was the head winner.
She was just quiet because she had just eaten so many apples or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't specify who calls dumb first. They said who bobbed all 8 apples. Who ate?
Okay, I will say, we may cut this out because I don't know if this is going to come off as like an old, like, get off my lawn statement. But
Okay.
I did see some, like, Twitter out. Oh, you're not on Twitter. I did see some Twitter
Tell me.
comments.
I miss it.
Of people being like, this sucks because what if you don't eat animals and they make you do this to even participate? Being a non-animal eater shouldn't disqualify you from this competition. And I'm like,
But
well, they
you're not
weren't asking you
eating.
to eat cows or murder a chicken. They were asking you to bob for apples around scraps of meat. Yeah, it's not ideal for anyone, including meat eaters. But isn't that the whole point of these things? Is to kind of like...
I'll be open if I'm completely wrong about this, but here's my initial thought on this.
Okay.
Why are you coming for this little drag show about the use of animal products? Why don't you go for the big, like where it actually matters?
You're missing it.
I know.
They weren't saying like they shouldn't.
And also, if you're
animals.
if you're a contestant, you know you're gonna have to eat some fucked up shit. Like you, not to victim blame. I say if it's that big of a deal to you, don't do it. Don't go on the show.
Well, because it can
that
also
wrong?
be, yes, but it can, no, you're not wrong. That's the point of these extermination challenges now, fright feats, is to push you beyond what you want to do. Unless there's a medical reason that you can't eat meat, then I'm sorry, this is not what you want to do. But
They have
getting in a
asked-
coffin is also not what people want to do.
They had asked Darby to be on the show every season, but she doesn't eat pork or cow because cows, say it with me, play with balls. She just isn't going to go on. You know what I mean? Even though they ask and they ask and they ask. And I've asked if I could go on in her stead, and they said, no. You know what I mean?
I could never do Dragula because
Also, remember
I know
those
anything that's
roaches?
gross, I'm out. Like, literally, I'd walk in the long table room and I'd be like, these tables are too dark.
Honestly,
Gross.
I'll
I'd
eat
be out.
I'll eat anything, and I have, and I would again.
Sure.
For me, horror me, spooky me.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Is that okay? Is that okay?
I'm not ever going to, for any amount of money, lay down and be covered in, like, snakes. The mere idea of that is never going to happen. Fear factor? Fear not. No.
Can you believe that the host of Fear Factor is now
Yeah.
in charge of so many people's minds?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
dark.
the host of the Soviet, what is that called? The head boss or whatever?
The Apprentice?
Thank you. He was did you know that he became the president of the United States?
No. Wait, which one? Not my president.
The contiguous 48.
Not my president.
We get the winner, Melissa. Melissa gets to pick who's going to do what for.
Well, not exactly. We get the winner, Astrid Fake Out. Astrid goes ahead and picks all the teams and makes this big announcement. This is what I'm talking about. She makes
Oh
a big
no,
announcement.
I didn't think that she was being annoying by doing that.
Oh, I did. That's okay. okay? Because not all you know what I mean? Like, you might find her charming. I don't.
No, I just thought she was like, okay,
No,
I won. I'm gonna.
I was talking to them.
Oh, thank you. Melissa was like, technically,
Melissa was like, I won. And instead of Astrid just being like, oh, I guess you did. I don't want this responsibility anyway. Take it. Instead, she's like, I don't want to do this. Winning would be awful for you. I'm upset that I won.
It's a competition.
I don't want to do this.
No, I think it was more like,
just give it to her then, if you don't want to do it. And then she casts everyone, and then they come in, the judges.
The cute PA.
Yeah, he comes in, drops
Hello.
a letter on the thing.
Hey.
Which was very Camp Wanakiki of them, I have to say. And they're like, oh, no, she actually was the winner, so she's going to pick the teams. I was just like, well...
See, here's how I perceived it. I thought she was excited that she won the Fright Feet.
Yes.
She was excited that she's got a good first step in the competition.
Yes.
And Melissa was like, well, technically, I think I won. And she was like, but you wouldn't want to win anyway, because that's how I took it. Like, it's fine. But then the guy gave her the note, and she said, well, here you go, of course. She did it right away. Like, I thought that was pretty mature.
I thought it was annoying.
I think you just don't like her.
I don't know, maybe.
What was funny to me was Erica explaining, like, this is the best part. I want this. Getting it from Astrid. And then Melissa was like, nope, you're going to do the stupid one. We're going to do... I mean, in reality, all of them were fine. They were
all the exact same part.
Yeah.
Upon seeing the final product, I was like, we wasted our time with picking teams.
No, but I loved
can't tell the difference between anyone. Well, and that's what this whole episode was about. We got a lot of talking time of everyone. So we really got to know them.
Alliances, who's attracted to who, apartments in New York City where the best monsters go for swirling and twirling. But my favorite was just that it was just many shots of them all talking at the same time in a low rumble. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's a new thing. It made me laugh so hard.
Well, they were all talking except for Erica and Abora, who were just sitting quietly, which was also very funny.
So we've got a lot of love triangles here. We've got Astrid and Hoso. Hoso, who is dating someone not in the show.
RuPaul.
Seems like
RuPaul.
Hoso's dating RuPaul. Mm-hmm. What happened to Frack? What happened to fracking?
That's a lifestyle. That's not a dating issue.
Oh, unclear as to whether they were open or not. Hoso was just like, I love them. I'm not going to be tempted. So there's that flirtation. Abora likes Hoso. I guess Hoso doesn't fully...
loves Hoso.
That was intense.
Intense.
Abora loves Hoso. Apparently, Erica liked Abora.
What?
Did you see that?
No.
When they were talking, she goes, maybe we don't put this in, because it's kind of sad. Erica was like, I know that things are weird between us, but I know that one time there was an attraction.
Oh, and she goes...
And Abora,
yeah.
And Erica was like, for me there still is, and Abora was like, for me
No.
there's not. I was like, that's so mean. I love Erica. I'm Team Erica.
No, come on, that's kind of funny, though. For TV?
So Abora likes a lot of people.
Abora likes everyone, and she likes them, well, except for Erica. And she just seems to really go for Hoso and feel like Hoso's kind of leading her on. I don't know.
What did you think
It was a
about
lot for a first
saying,
episode, but I loved
Hoso
it.
on trips. She said, I've taken Hoso on trips, and she just looks at her phone. Which, so she doesn't owe you anything if you take her on a trip.
That's what I was going to say.
She doesn't owe you anything.
That's what I was going to say.
Maybe just don't offer to take someone on a trip.
Maybe after the first bad trip, maybe it's not...
Yeah, no shade to Abora.
No.
Then there was that moment with Eva. It was a little weird to me.
Yeah, it's all very...
drama, but I love it.
And I get it. We're drag queens. Drag queens fuck each other. And, like, you're in an even smaller group of monsters. You're all fucking each other. I get that. But for a first episode, I was
hot,
like, I cannot
attractive.
keep it straight.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And neither can I.
Yeah.
Should we get into this house party?
Yeah, let's do
Halloween
it.
house party. Perfect, because we're about to go to one.
Oh my god, so excited. I hope we don't get murdered at that one.
I would love to. The Boulets, Drac and Swan, look so fucking good. Don't they?
They look so great. I love that. I love the things.
Yeah. Guest judges the iconic Elvira.
Yes, out of Elvira drag.
Well, I think she's
gorge.
retired.
Is she?
I think so.
Can you retire such an iconic character? Can you?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's beautiful. Justin Simeon, who's a director and writer, directing a Haunted Mansion movie coming out soon.
Oh, nice.
And I think that's the, like, Halloween, like, the Disney Haunted Mansion. Or that's the Tower of Terror. Never mind. Scratch that.
I saw today that when Hocus Pocus came out, it was a flop. And
was in the
Disney
summer.
lost like $16 million on it. They have clearly since made up for it. Isn't that interesting?
That's why, you know how they say, have you ever heard this phrase, you can't ever judge a book by the cover of the book? I
No.
don't think you can ever judge a movie by its mass opening appeal. Opening weekend and mass appeal.
Clue.
Thank you.
What are other...
Clueless.
Horror, Rocky Horror.
Center Stage.
Clueless didn't do well at the box office?
I don't have a clue.
Oh. God.
Oh! Let's get into these looks. They have to reimagine a classic, Halloween look.
Oh yeah, what's yours? Your reimagined what?
I'm Coraline if she was allowed to grow up and get a job.
Coraline needs to start pulling her own weight. Okay, I buy that.
What are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm Spiderweb's woman.
Spiderweb's woman. I think that's one of the new Marvels.
Okay, so Spider-Man, fun fact, Spider-Man, he fights crime, makes it all about himself. He even works for the paper so that he can publish more pictures of himself. Spiderweb woman is a lot more chill. She'll help you if you ask for it, but she's not gonna go jumping around buildings looking for bad guys. She'll be there for you.
Who plays her in the movie?
Oh my god, thank you so much for asking. Well, she is famously an Asian character, so it will be played by Scarlett Johansson.
Melissa B. Fierce is a vampire.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, she's slutty.
She was so weird looking, and the whole time as they're like talking and she's dressed like that, she's just got this fucked up face on and she's like, everyone calm down.
Yeah. Hosta Teratoma as a pirate. Oh, this is, I mean,
Her
I
version
love
of
her.
pirate is
Her
so
version of
cool.
anything is going to be so
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I loved it.
So much to look at. Parrot hat.
Every time it cut back to her, there was a new detail I was noticing.
Yeah.
She's so much fun to look at.
Yovska as Pumpkinhead and
And
Pumpkin Tits.
I
Yes.
loved this.
I do love it too.
Curtis did a big laugh out loud because tits. I love the detail. I really just love Yovska's work.
Yeah. Pumpkin Tits.
Pumpkin tits.
Here's a movie I haven't seen in a while that I might
Pumpkin
want to
Tits.
watch for Halloween. Ernest Scared Stupid. You ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
I loved that movie growing
I
up.
loved Ernest movies.
Oh, the little figurines you
Did
put
you
in
ever
the
watch
tree.
Ernest Saves Christmas?
No, I only watched Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Goes to Jail. No, that's a good one.
I think I have seen that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Burn? That's what he says a lot. Erica Clash as a bat. I thought her makeup and the wig looked really great. I did agree sort of with everyone else saying it's good. Kind of looks like a onesie, a little baggy. Maybe it's just something different down below. Would have done the trick.
She seems very fragile.
Okay, so that's the thing. I wish I would have been able to see her, like when they were saying like, hey, we didn't like your look. She looked like she was gonna cry.
Yeah.
And I wish she would have just been like, okay, well, I got other looks. Like, I wanted the confidence from her.
Well, and even like the kind of shit talking
'Cause I love her.
in the long table room, I was just like, girl, you don't seem confident.
Yeah.
You don't seem okay.
And I gotta say, I mean, I've said it before.
Well, you
in
have
real
to.
life, one of the nicest, like, so
So
excited
nice.
to be there,
Yeah.
so excited to meet new people, incredibly professional,
When
so
they do what
wonderful.
they do very well.
Eva Destruction is a horny little devil
Horny little devil
Great.
with a reveal.
with a reveal. I loved it. Her makeup is so good.
No, I loved everything. And I agreed with Little One. I agreed with the smallest of the boulets.
No,
I thought it was cute with the coat on. It was giving 50s housewife. But I was like, we've seen this. And then she stripped. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I paid to
devil,
see.
devil. Yeah. How about Elvira saying, like, you could look like this all the time? That was such a huge compliment.
You could look like this all the
She's like, yeah, this could be your, like, Elvira character. Like, this could
Oh,
be your,
'cause
like,
it's so
main
good.
thing. It's so iconic, yeah.
That's amazing.
Coco Kane as a titty mummy.
Titty Mummy.
What about the... I'm so sorry. All due respect. What did you think this was if you didn't recognize it immediately as a mummy?
I agree.
This is a mummy.
I understand though that it could have
Been more.
It's a reimagining of the character, and we've seen Sexy Mummy, you know. So
Oh my mummy.
I see the note of like it wasn't exactly what we were looking for, but I don't see the note of I didn't know what it was.
Okay, Victoria Black. Did she
Wow.
drop the Elizabeth? Victoria Elizabeth Black?
Well, since the queen died, it's only respectful.
Thank you.
We can't
You're right.
mock her.
Thank you. Victoria Black is Pumpkinhead 2.
Loved.
Incredible. From top to bottom. Even before the reveal with
Also
the skull.
loved that it was Pumpkinhead and Pumpkinhead too. That was funny. Yeah, taking the wig off to reveal the sticky underneath. It was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Abhora as 3 question marks made me laugh so hard.
Also made me laugh. And as they're going down the line explaining who they should vote for, spoiler, I love that everyone just kept saying to Abhora, I just didn't know what you were.
Let's try to give her the B of the D
Funny.
and say if this is an alien moment.
But where's the take on the iconic? Like when you walk in and you see the alien, which is the big gray head with the big eyes. Where is that here?
No one did witch, did they? She could have said witch. Kendra Onyx as Frankenstein. Technically, Frankenstein's a monster. But I love, Toaster. This could have been different.
It's a leather.
Kendra Onyx wasn't very Kendra Onyx for
Bodysuit.
me this time.
No, it's also very just off the rack. I'm curious, given her entrance look and this look, are we going to see her step it up at all?
This might be the reason they all were like...
Yeah, they all were not as threatened because it's all just off the rack, almost misunderstanding the assignment.
Yeah, but I think we're just letting it go for now. Astrid Aurelia as the creature and the host of the party. I thought Astrid looks great.
I mean...
So
that
cool.
was-
And I thought she did a great job as the hostess.
I guess so. I have to admit, when I watched it, I could not tell whose parts were what. It all just, as I often do when I watch videos, whose parts are those? Yeah, she was a fine host, I guess, but what did she do?
There's clearly other stuff that we didn't see. That they.
I agree.
Yeah.
But her look.
Great.
The amount of time that look took. I can't even imagine. Look at me, I'm poet now.
We do have a winner. It's Victoria Black, Pumpkinhead 2. So
Rightfully
good.
so.
I was happy to see Eva up there.
Another crazy detail is instead of the Boulets deciding who goes home,
Who's up for elimination?
it's now the Titans. They all vote.
Vote in a ballot box like Survivor. Something I don't watch, but I've seen the clips of them going.
I support the lifestyle, of course.
What do we think of this twist?
I love it.
I do too.
I mean, it's very all-stars, all-stars, they vote as well. I like that they have a say in all of it. They get to hear the judges' critique, so they get to know who the judges think are in the bottom.
Yeah.
But then ultimately, they
It's
decide.
up to who, and there might be some gameplay here.
Yeah, so they could decide that one of the top people that perhaps no one's getting along with could be in the bottom.
Coco K
Who
made me
knows?
laugh so hard. She didn't know how to use the quill. Or she
That
just
was
didn't
very
want to
funny.
use the quill, and she was using she's like, can I just text in my vote?
She was using her nails, and she's
Her
like,
talon.
how do you spell Abhora?
Don't ever send her home. I'm sorry
No.
you didn't like her mummy.
She's worth it.
She obviously has mummy issues. Keep her here.
Keep her here.
So the bottom twos are Abhora and Erica, which sucks because I don't think either of them. Well, I don't want to see anyone go home.
Well,
yet.
they liked... Well, Abhora, I understand, because she really did just fuck up the general...
The entire
rule,
point of
the entire point of the assignment.
Yeah.
But Erica, they even said, her lip sync was on, everything
Her
was
performance
great.
was great. The makeup is incredible. Like, you obviously are a bat.
You obviously are a bat. Wait, so you're telling me that the Boulets still decide who goes out of the two? I thought it was just whoever got the most votes.
Or she got the most votes. You just don't know who until they announce it.
Right, that's what I thought was happening. That's
I don't
my
know.
understanding.
I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh, are we not going to get exterminations this season? And then earlier when you said the Fright Feats are serving as the exterminations, that's fun.
That's fun. And we do still get something frightening. And that is when they lose, there's a trapdoor and they fall down into the hole and die.
Now that makes me sad, but I'm not gonna fret.
Okay.
Because next week, if somebody loses or doesn't do the Fright Feat, Abhora could come back.
Are you burping?
I burped during Abhora, but I feel like she would like that.
Yeah, that's true. So Abhora goes home, or goes to hell or whatever, it was shocking. It was shocking. I mean, not after seeing the competition, and seeing how she performed and all of that, but it was drama. We had emotion. I think they would be remiss if they did not, in fact, bring her back. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping next week someone
Let's hope we're not aboard
fails the
without
challenge. They
Abora.
have to bring her back. I would love the drama of it all. And I just like her personality on TV. I think she's very entertaining.
I do too. Normally, I don't want them to put on a character. This is kind of fun.
It was fun.
This
It was
is kinda
really fun.
fun.
It was fun and a little unhinged, so it was kind of scary in its own way. But we're back.
Yeah.
Thank God we're back.
Oh,
And
just in time for the holidays.
it is kind of funny that it's premiering right at Halloween, and then now we have to stay spooky.
Well, but now we get to stay spooky.
True.
It's all in
if
how you look
stay
at it.
spooky, you don't have to get spooky.
And if you
Okay.
are spooky, you don't have to previously have been spooky for the time.
You mean someone's just in a witch costume all year round?
You know that's how I dress out of drag.
Yeah, that's actually true. We are so excited to be back in this scary, scary,
Wait,
scary situation.
We haven't
What?
really said anything of value this whole time.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to in this season? And what are you excited about? And what don't you want to see happen?
I'm excited about the episodes not being an hour and a half each time.
Okay, but we've already done Drag Race Philippines. Like,
But
We
that's
get
what I'm
it.
saying. That's how I feel, though.
what was a premiere? I'm sure they won't all be like that.
No, I know they won't. I'm just telling you how I feel. Do you not want me to tell you my real feelings?
I want you to say what you want, but I want you to say it.
I want
in
the
way that I
episodes
want.
to be shorter.
Okay.
I'm excited that they're going to be.
Okay.
Okay. I'm excited for the twists and turns. I'm excited for the opportunity for someone to come back because someone wasn't able to eat meat or whatever.
I'm excited for all the guest judges. It's a really stacked lineup. I'm excited that we are not afraid to get into the drama with this cast.
Yeah.
I want to
it's
see
fun.
more. I don't want it to infringe upon
You're right.
their
As
chances.
a gun owner.
But I do want to see more. I want to know where this kind of love triangle goes with Astrid and Abhora and Hoso.
Where's it going to go?
I don't know. Abhora is a porny for Hoso.
In love with.
And Astrid would like to straddle. No.
All right, well, if you enjoyed this and you don't want to miss out on any further spooky content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and, of course, the notification bell.
Join us over at Patreon. Patreon.com/IMHO the show to see all the things that you can't see. We can't show you here.
Like our tits last week. We're also both on Cameo, so if you want a message from us to a loved one for Halloween, we'll say, boo. You can hit us up there.
Yes. We also can do a Cameo for you, which is like Cameo, but not through Cameo. It's through IMHOtheshow.com, where we do it together with the background. It's like a mini episode for your nerves.
Just for you. Can you believe that?
Yes.
All right, well, until next week, stay scary.
Spooky.
Oh, have a good Halloween.
Should we be doing
Halloween?
Boulet Brothers and like wear the same outfit?
We don't have the same outfit. What would we wear? You'd have to make everything. I mean, if you're willing to do it, yeah, we should. Go ahead. Begin. I'm a size 0 plus 6.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Okay, I did do Bible
Do
drill.
you have a Bible here?
I did.
Should we look them up?
I've got plenty of Bibles, baby. Plenty of Bibles. I did Bible drill as a child. I won trophies for knowing
Drill?
so much. Yeah, Bible drill. Bible drill.
What is that?
You get in a line, and there's a few
Oh, is it like those
different things.
TikToks of when them running and if they don't answer the question right, they have to go to a thing?
There's not running in Bible drills because the rooms are small because you're in a church. So we would do like in a line, and then they'd be like Galatians 4:5, and then we'd take our Bible, and we'd have to flip through and find it, and then step forward with our foot.
Oh, just
Like
finding it?
That's one of the rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Or they would say the verse. They would just say like the first 10 words of the verse, and you'd have to be like, okay, that's Galatians 5. Okay, like that.
I'm
Or
obsessed with Galatians 5.
Galatians is, it's got everything, okay? Incest.
I like Dalmatians 101.
But yeah, and I had to know a lot of things. And so I just really appreciate the fact that the Bible, and you have it, so.
Learned how to do the Dewey Decimal System. My favorite church memory is one time Okay, so my mom was friends with this lady she was kind of crazy. She was like the fun one in church.
Oh, sure.
Like always on the cusp of being kicked out.
She always had candy.
So she was fun. And then her sister was kind of friends with my sister. Her sister's name was Adonica.
And she was
Isn't that
anal.
gorgeous? Adonica.
And your
No,
sister?
Myra.
Oh.
And then the younger brother was sort of in between me and Anal Backwards' age, and he hated me. Either he was gay and he hated me,
What's his
or he
story?
just hated gay people.
He seems smart.
He had a pet flying squirrel, and one day we were at the church gymnasium. There was a gymnasium, and he let the flying squirrel loose, and it like flew all about. And I thought, this is God.
This is God? You thought God was a squirrel?
God is in here.
Oh, right.
He's making that squirrel fly.
Our church also had a few gymnasiums and gymnasia.
A few?
Yeah. Megachurch. And it was named the Grace Family Life Center because as they were building it,
Grace Jones.
my Sunday school teacher ran over a little girl named Grace and killed her right where the building stands now. So they named the building after her, Grace. He's the reason I didn't have a credit card for so long. Not related to that. He told me not to
Because he
use.
opened up some in your name.
Yeah. No, but it was just one of these weird life things that my Sunday school teacher was like, if you don't learn anything from me, I just take this one lesson home. Credit cards are bad. Never open a credit card. And I didn't for a long time, and now I do have one, and it's not good. Like he was
You
right.
paid off.
I paid off some of it. He was right though. Don't spend money you don't have. But he did kill a little girl as well. So like I take his word.
With Grace. I went to church in the neighboring town, and our youth minister, Bob,
Sure.
he would go around once a month, like once a week, he would go around to all the different schools where the youth kids were at, pick them up after school, and then take them to lunch. Take them to lunch. But because I was in the neighboring town, I was the only one at my school, so it would just be me and him at like a Taco Bell or McDonald's like a couple times a year.
Tough.
One time though, I told him about that time I accidentally stole a funnel cake, but it was my birthday, so I figured God allowed it.
Right.
From a Six Flags, and he told me I needed to mail an envelope with the cash in it and a note explaining to the Six Flags. And it was at that moment that I knew God was dead.
So squirrel.
God is here.
God's alive. God's here. Pay for funnel cake. God's not real. Nothing matters.
It was my birthday funnel cake.
Oh, okay. That's true. That changes things.
And he wanted me to mail it.
Well, okay, but back then, you said you were how old?
I was in middle school. I would have
Middle
had to
school.
be
Okay,
middle
so
school.
yeah, so they had just invented mail, the mail system. He was really just trying to help the United States get their footing. I think it's nice. Okay, bye.
I love funnel cake. I'll never call it elephant's ear.
Not enough to pay for it, though, apparently.
It was my birthday. They didn't ask for the money.